Okay, thank you so much. So before that, let's welcome all of you. Say Haribol three times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. I would request, humble request, everybody come little closer and be that, feel that you're sitting in a, in a sangha in front of the Lord, not like gloomy like this. Just be cheerful, right? It's enthusiastic. So we are in front of the Lord, so everybody can be so wonderful and attentive. And this is not an ordinary sangha. This is very, very powerful association that we are in front of the Lord in the assembly of the Lordships. Don't think that Lord is just in a metal form or in a clay form, is just standing there and doesn't do anything. Lord is divine. Lord is beyond our material eyes. Lord is beyond our material conceptions. Lord is beyond our this material nature. So He can see anytime. He can see everything. He can hear everything. He can perceive everything. He can understand everything. Anybody in contact, anybody in consciousness with Krishna, that means we are with Krishna. There is no difference. This is the union. This is called yoga. The yoga means to connect, to be with the Lord. So this way, the Lord is always there. We are the one who is going away from the Lord. All the time, what we don't want to be with the Lord. So we make so many plans. I don't want to be with the Lord. So we think that we can be so happy, separate from the Lord. So we make all the plans, but we'll end up in like a fish out of water, struggling and suffering in this world. This is the only way that we can be happy. Ultimately, perpetually, we can be happy. This is the only way. There is no other way. So thank you so much for joining. So let's welcome all of you saying Haribol three times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Also, let's thank our dear host, Sundaru Prabhu and Prasanna Malini Mataji and their family, hosting us, welcoming us, inviting us, making all the arrangements on these auspicious days of this Chaitra Navaratri. So this is very wonderful, and let's also thank them, saying Haribol three times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. So thank you so much. And today is a very special Navaratri special or Ramanavami special section. So we'll go in detail of what we can do. So before that, let's have a Rama Bhajan so that we all can be together and get into the mood of that, the glorify the Lord Ram. You can play, Madanga? Okay. You have Katha? Yeah. So everybody can come closer. Good. Come closer, sit closer so that nobody won't sleep at the back. So it's very important. So we be here. So whenever we come to the devotion, be attentive, focused. That's the most important. Then only we can get into that spiritual realm. Otherwise, still you'll be in the material realm, and after that you'll go back. And then same thing, you will go and sleep. It's always like that. But you can feel that when you're attentive and focused, that the energy, the spiritual energy you receive, will be all day. You'll be so excited, so enlightened. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's begin. Did I get it? Okay. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Ayodhyavasi Ram Ram Dasharatha Nandana Ram 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 Ayodhyavasi Ram Ram Dasharatha Nandana Ram 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 Ayodhyavasi Ram Ram Dasharatha Nandana Ram 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 Ayodhyavasi Ram दशरथ नंदन राम राम राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम सीता राम। राम सीता राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम राम। अयोध्यावासी पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम राम। पतित पावन जानकी जीवन श्री मोहन राम राम। सीता राम सीता राम सीता राम राम सीता राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम राम। अयोध्यावासी राम राम ദശരഥനന്ദന രാം രാം അയോധ്യവാസി രാം രാം ദശരഥനന്ദന രാം രാം അയോധ്യവാസി Sitaram, Sitaram, Pagid Pavana Janaki Jeevana Puna Mohan Ram Ram 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 Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Ayodhyavasi Ram 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 Dasharatha-nandana Ram Ram Ayodhyavasi Ram 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 Dasharatha-nandana Ram Ram Ayodhyavasi Ram Ram Dasharatha-nandana Ram Ram Ayodhyavasi Ram Ram Dasharatha-nandana Ram Ram Siya Ram Bhagwan ki jai, Siya Ram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki jai. Please hold your hands. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtabrayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigim. Also recite Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Nadhaya Raghunathaya Sitapadaye Namostude Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Ramnathaya Raghunataya Sita Padaye Namostude. So on April 6th is the Ramanavami. It's an appearance day of Lord Ram. On these 9 days is very auspicious. It's marking of the new year for the Sanatana Dharmas, especially Hindus. They celebrate as the new year. Also, the new year marks to prepare themselves, to purify themselves. And so they are welcoming, they are preparing in different ways to welcome the Lord Ram on the 9th day. So they start with the worship of Mother Durga. I also mentioned that. They worship the 9 forms of Mother Durga on this Chaitra Navaratri. And on the 9th day, that's a Navami, is the day, the appearance of Lord Ram. That means welcoming the Lord Ram by these 9 days, different ways of worship. And they are fasting and they do the homa, the yagyas, various devotional services, so that our hearts will become purified. We'll also devote ourselves from ourselves to the devotion to Supreme, so that when the Lord appears, will be wholeheartedly welcome the Supreme Lord. So that's the significance and very auspicious week, very auspicious days. So let us meditate a little bit on that. Who is Lord Ram? What is the significance of the Lord Ram's pastimes? Impact us, affect us. So it's mentioned that in the Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki himself, not only Valmiki himself, the Brahmadev mentioned to Valmiki that as long as there are mountains, as long as there are rivers, Lord Ram's pastimes will be glorified. Rama Katha will be there all the time. Nobody can take it out from this world. As long as the mountains are there, as long as the rivers are there, the Lord Ram's glory, Rama Katha will be there in all over the universe. And that we could see it. From the beginning itself, the Lord Ram's pastimes everywhere in the world is glorified. Everywhere in the world. And wherever you go, you can see Lord Ram's or Ram's names or Lord Ram's pastimes or some incident related to the Lord Ram. Anywhere, if you go in the world, you could see that. So we could meditate a little bit on the significance of the Lord Ram's appearance. So everybody knows that there are many yugas, kalpas, right? So what is kalpa means? What is kalpa? Anybody knows? Kalpa. Kalpa is what? 1 day of Brahma. 1 day of Brahma. How many years? 1 day of Brahma? 1 day of Brahma. How many years? 1000 Chadra Yuga. Okay. How many that 1000 Chadra Yugas in the human years? The human years. Okay. Everybody done the Bhakti Shastri. Okay, something is coming up. Yes, somebody listen, somebody attentive on the Bhakti Shastri. Somebody was attentive. Okay, 4.32. Okay, that is just this all these Chadra Yugas together. But 1 day of Brahma is 8.64 billion years. Okay, 8.64 billion years. So this kalpa is also divided into 1000 Chadra Yugas. 1000 Chadra Yugas, that means almost 4000 yugas. So that's all total is the 8.64 billion years is actually the 1 day, the kalpa of. So Lord Ram's is glorified in all kalpas. All kalpas. Not only in this one kalpa. Lord Ram's Lord glorification is in their all kalpas. Who is doing that? Markandeya Rishi. Sage Markandeya lives for 7 kalpas. Wherever Markandeya Muni always glorifies the Lord Ram, the significance of Lord Ram. So we know that in the beginning, how Valmiki, sage Valmiki, so beautiful. Anybody knows who was Valmiki before the Valmiki became Valmiki? Eh? So the hunter. His name was Ratnakar. Was living in the forest for with his family and all very big family. And with the main duty of Ratnakar, his name was Ratnakar. Ratnakar was being he was a hunter, robber, stealer, and he would do all the atrocities against all the people who goes through the forest on the path. He would go and rob them, kill them, loot them, and persecute them in so many ways. And this was his livelihood. This was his livelihood every day, and killing all the animals, birds, any living entities, anything. And his every day he was accumulating all these varieties of various kinds of sin in his life. And he became like that. And then one day Narada Muni was passing through this forest. So as soon as this hunter Ratnakar saw Narada Muni, and then hunter went to Narada Muni and you know, you know, charged at him and said, "Okay, give me everything, otherwise I'll kill you. You know who I am." So all these words, and his eyes were red. He was shivering. He was trying to loot and steal everything from Narada Dev. Then Narada said, "I'm a mendicant. I'm a sadhu. I have only one kamandalu which has a little pot of water, a veena. But it's not no use for you. But let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. So whom you are doing all this? And you are accumulating since thousands of tons of sins in your life, and day to day you are killing and looting and stealing from everyone, disturbing the other's life. And whom you are doing all this for? And you know that you are going to suffer for all this in hellish planets. And you suffer for all this, no matter what. So let me ask you." So he said, "Yes, I do this. This is my livelihood. I have to take care of my family and the children, and I do this." Others said, "But you know that you are doing this, and who is going to suffer for this? Who is going to incur all the sinful reactions of it? This you only." But he said, "No, no, no. I am doing this for my family, my children. I have to take care of them. I'm doing this for them." Narada said, "No, you are going to suffer for this. Definitely, there's no, deviation from that." So then Narada mentioned to Ratnakar, "Okay, if you have any doubt, okay, you just go and ask your family members, whether they are also going to suffer from it." He just ran to his home, Ratnakar. He went to his home, and everybody was really enjoying the fruit that he is bringing in the home. So then he straight away asked, "Okay, I'm going in the forest, I'm killing, I'm doing all this sinful activities, and who is going to suffer for this?" They said straight away in the face of Ratnakar, "We are not going to suffer for it. You are the only one going to suffer because you are doing it." So he was shocked. He was shocked. "I'm doing this for, but I am the only one going to suffer for this." Now it will, change his mind. He came back and said to Narada Dev, "Narada, O sage of Sadhu, this is what is." I got the reply, "I'm going to suffer for it." So why it is occurred? Why it has happened like this? He was a very hard-hearted person. Because of when I kill somebody, you are naturally a hard-hearted person. Otherwise, you can't do anything. So, but just by the association of the Narada Dev, just by the association of a sadhu, sage, everything changed. His consciousness changed. It's all on a sudden, there is a little dilution in his heart. It's become weakened, it's become soft. So then this is occurred, and now Ratnakar mentioned to Narada Dev, "What is the repentance? What is the remedy? What can I do in order to come out of it?" This is the moment Narada Dev was looking for and waiting for. So this is why, dear devotees, just by the association of the devotee, everything can change. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned that Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya, Levamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Sadhu Sangha, just by the association of a devotee, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Levamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi. Even a moment of association of a devotee, one can transform, one can get all the siddhis in this world. What is that siddhi? Attaining the devotion, love for the Supreme Lord. That is a Sarva Siddhi. Nothing else is more greater than that. So this way, then Nardi was mentioning, okay, I'll tell you what to do. You will be free from all these reactions. You will be free from all these karmic reactions, all these sinful reactions. I will tell you the remedy. So then, Nardi told to Valmiki, Satori, the Ratnakar, okay, if I say this, you know, you are not able to pronounce this, the beautiful name of Ram. But instead, you are very familiar with this Mara, the killing. You are very familiar with the tree, which is also known as in Sanskrit Mara. And also, if somebody is killing, Mar, right, is also to kill. So he is very familiar with this word Mara. So what he did? What did he do? So Narada then told, you sit in between these two trees. You sit in between these two trees and look at the trees and say Mara. That's all you need to do. Okay, you need to do only that. Look at this tree and sit in between. You say Mara and Mara. So then Narada Dev instructed to Ratnagar that you just repeat this word incessantly. So this Ratnagar then, Narada put some water on, from the Kamandalu, so that more consciousness become very pure. This way, the Ratnagar sat in between two trees and started to say Mara. So it became Rama, taking the word, the holy name. So this is the sage's devotee power. Just by the word Mara, so this says that even if you say half syllable of Ra, instead of, you don't need to say full name, Rama, but even if just little bit of half syllable of Ra, then Lord will see that he is calling out me. So this is the power of the Rama. Okay, it became Rama. Right? So there is a sage who was saying that when you say Narayana, okay, so Narayana means the Supreme Lord. So when you take out the Ra from Narayana, then what happens? Na-ayana. Okay, when you take out Narayana, that syllable, Narayana. If you take out the Ra, what happens? Na-ayana. That means there is no movement in this world. Ayana means the movements. Okay, there is no movement in this world. Then also you take the Nama Shivaya. Okay, if you take out the second syllable Ma Shivaya, that means when you take out the Ma from the Nama Shivaya, then what happens? Na Shivaya. That means, what does that mean? There is no auspiciousness in this world. Then when you take this Ra from the Narayana, the mantra, and Ma from Nama Shivaya, what happens? It becomes Rama. Then what happens? Everything in this world is moving, everything auspiciousness, everything is there in this holy name, this little two syllable called Rama. Okay. So this is the power of the potency of the holy name of Lord Rama. So this way, the Ratnagar then started to chant, recite this beautiful, this Rama. So then eventually, the entire force became the vibration of this beautiful mantra, this holy name became Ram. Then there were lots of ferocious animals were there in the jungle. They all went away. All the surroundings were flourished with beautiful gardens, beautiful flowers, fragrant flowers. Just because of the power, the vibration of this holy name. Just because of the vibration of this holy name. Everything was flourishing. All the trees were full of fruits. The water, the rivers were full of water. And the birds chirping, all the peacocks and the cuckoos, everybody were so jubilant. Instead of all the ferocious animals, the deers were coming closer, and every animal is living very happily. So, dear devotees, on another significance of this word, when you chant this holy name Rama, everything will be so auspicious. No doubt into that. Everything will become so auspicious this way. This is the power of holy name. So then Ratnakar started to chant this mantra like this, and years passed. Years passed, then even Narada Muni forgot. Then Narada Muni just came back, happened to be, goes through that the forest, that jungle, and heard that this vibration of the holy name, Rama, 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 Rama. Narada Muni was wondering, where is this word coming from? Rama, Rama, Ram. Narada Muni came to this sound were originating and saw that there is a big anthill which was created. This was, hundreds of years now past. So this was happened in Treta Yuga, right? Remember this. So then Narada Muni came and then understood and then remembered that this was none other than the Ratnakar, the hunter, who was actually approached me, and I instructed him to chant this Mara. Now this became so wonderful, the auspicious holy name. Now let me then wake him up in the transcendental slumber, transcendental consciousness. So Narada Muni just put some water, sprinkled some water from the Kamandalu, and everything disappeared. And this Ratnakar became the so wonderful, beautiful personality. And the effulgence was coming out from this personality, this Ratnakar is completely transformed. Just because of this holy name, the word, the Rama, everything changed. Dear devotees, that's the potency of the name of Lord Ram. You don't need anything else. You just need this one, two syllable Ram, that's it. What did Hanuman said to the Lord Ram? Hanuman, at the time of when Lord Ram was returning back to Vaikunta, Lord Ram mentioned, come, all the inhabitants of Ayodhya, please come with me. I'm taking him to everybody to Vaikunta and Ayodhya Dham in Vaikunta. So everybody came. And Lord took everybody, and I'll explain that a little later on the detail of it. Lord mentioned to Hanumanji, please come. You're done enough, and you are always there with me. You should be there with me. Hanumanji replied, Lord Ram, I'm your eternal servant. Not only that, I'm your eternal servant. I'm your eternal servant of the servant that who chants his holy name Ram. I will be here. I would like to serve such devotees as long as one who chants his holy name Ram. This was Hanumanji mentioned. So Hanumanji is still there. And listening that as long as holy name Lord Ram is chanted, the Hanumanji is there. So this is the potency of the Lord Ram. So then Valmiki, then Naradev requested, as I mentioned to Ratnakar, now is Valmiki. You came out from Valmiki. Valmiki means this anthill. In the Sanskrit, this anthill is known as Vatmikam. That's why Ratnakar became Valmiki. Okay, this. So then, since then Ratnakar became Valmiki. So just by this power of the holy name is completely transformed. All the transcendental knowledge. Then by this potency of this holy name, he completely transformed, and many other sages also came and took initiation from Valmiki, sage Bharadwaj, and like that. Many great sages came and then became the disciple of Valmiki. So that's the time Valmiki then requested to Narada Dev, can you please tell me who is the greatest personality is there, that who is surpassed all in his valor, all is in good qualities and the behavior, who is that greatest personality is there in this world? So then Narada Dev started to describe about the Lord Ram. There is no other person in this world, only that the Supreme Lord is Ram. He is the son of Dasharath and the mother of the son of the mother Kaushalya. And then as soon as heard this, then Narada started to glorify the summary of this entire summary of Lord Ram, and then four brothers and the kingdom of Dasharatha, and then Mother Sita and all these great personalities. So then now Narada mentioned to Valmiki that, okay, so now you may expand it. You may, glorify this, the Supreme Lord. You may glorify and expand the Lord Ram's pastimes. So then Narada disappeared, that's why he went away. And this is a time then Valmiki just, with his disciples and all went to the river Sarayu. to take bath. So then went there and saw that as soon as he went into the river and saw that there are two birds on the branches, they were making love, and there was an hunter was ready to shoot an arrow, and in blink of an eye, this hunter shoot an arrow and killed one of the croucha, the bird. So it's fall down. So immediately Valmiki's heart became so melted in such a way that he say, "Hey, Ma Nishada." Ma Nishada means, oh, hunter. Ma means no, do not do this. He was a hunter. Jagnagar was a hunter, but because of the power of this, the potency of this holy name, the Lord, then he said, "Do not kill, do not kill." And immediately there are the verses come out from the mouth of Valmiki. It was a meter, it was a poetic meter. And this was a poetic meter, and then immediately the Brahmadev appeared there. Brahmadev appeared there, and Brahmadev mentioned that you can expand. I will tell you, you can expand, you can compile this beautiful, the narration, beautiful pastimes of the Lord Ram. Then Valmiki said, I do not know. But immediately Brahmadev said that you will know. And let me also tell you that what is exactly happening. So Brahmadev also started to explain the Supreme Lord Ram's complete the life story of to Valmiki. And also the Valmiki could also see this. And after this, Valmiki also became so great in such a way that Valmiki could see the past, the present, and the future, what is going to happen. So Valmiki could see everything in consciousness, what is going to happen. And also at the same time, Brahmadev was also mentioned to Valmiki that you should combine this beautiful glorification of Lord Ram. And that's where then Valmiki is starting this beautiful glorification of Lord Ram. And then Valmiki started like this, and then in the Kosala, in the province of Kosala, is the beautiful place, and Dasharatha was ruling there. And Dasharatha was the son of King Aja. Aja's father was Dilip. Dilip's father was Devabhuru, like that. So this is in the again the Surya Vamsha. In the Surya Vamsha, it started from the Surya Vamsha. So don't think that okay, though somebody says Surya Vamsha, there is a dynasty. Surya Vamsha means the sun dynasty. Okay, sun dynasty, that means all started from the sun god. Okay, sun god to Manu, Manu to Shwagu. This is all Ishwagu Vamsha. That's the forefathers of the Lord Ramachandra is Ishwaku Vamsha. Then it comes down the Raghu, right? Come down the Raghu, and Raghu from the then Dilip, and Dilip from the Aja, then Dasharath, and Dasharath then the Supreme Lord Sri Ram. So this is the dynasty, and it's beautifully mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam as well as in Valmiki Ramayana. So this way, and then Valmiki started to compile this on the province of Kosala. This Dasharatha was ruling, and it is mentioned that everybody was so happy, peaceful, no drought, no problems of any diseases. People don't even die immaturely. People don't even get any sickness. Everywhere full of happiness, full of jubilee. Everybody is so happy. And it was mentioned that it was like a Satya Yuga on the time of Dasharatha. It was going on like this. But Dasharatha had one sorrow, one worry is that there was no son for Dasharatha. So Dasharatha was so in order to succeed this kingdom, there must be a son to continue this. So he was that worries, and he was waiting for so long time, and then later then discussed with the sage Vasishta. Vasishta was the family priest with Vamadev, another priest, family priest, and then discussed this with Vasishta. And Vasishta suggested that there is a sacrifice, and if you perform this sacrifice, there is a chance that you will be able to get a son like this. Then Dasharatha then inquired further and then declared one day that I am going to do this sacrifice. So this is the way Valmiki is, describing this, how the Lord Ram appeared in this world. So then the Dasharatha started to do these sacrifices and arranged, and it is mentioned that Dasharatha was invited everybody from this world, all the sages, all the rishis, all the kshatriyas, all the kings, everybody, and all the subjects, all the inhabitants, of this kingdom. Everybody was there. And then sages, the Parnashala for the sacrifices were built up in miles. It's not that just one or two or say. There are many, many, many of this sacrificial arena was there. And then Dasharatha was built up everything and brought the water from the very, very holy sacred rivers and all the paraphernalias and the gold and the jewelries and diamonds. And then just because of part of this, Dasharatha was just easily distributing everything to everyone. Everything to everyone this way. And everybody was so happy. And this is also another aspect of that. When you do something, when you perform a sacrifice, everybody must be happy and you should distribute enough ample amount of food. And it was mentioned that everybody was, taking this food, this prasadam which is offered to them, and they were very much glorifying this delicious prasadam. And they were so happy like this. And then, in order to perform this yaga, which is called Putra Kameshti Yaga or Putreshti Yaga, so there is only few people could do that. So there was one sage called Rishishringa. Rishishringa is actually in the dynasty of Kashyapa. And this power very potent and the powerful, only few people can do this. So somehow Dasharatha Maharaj convinced Lomapad. Lomapad was the friend of Dasharatha Maharaj. And then with the help of Lomapad Maharaj, they tricked, Rishishringa from the forest. You know that the story in the Rama, it is there. That's a beautiful story there. And then tricked and brought Rishishringa into in the land of Lomapad. And with the help of Lomapad, then the Rishishringa agreed. Rishishringa agreed to perform this Putra Kameshti Yaga like this. And then everything was arranged and then brought Rishishringa and they started this. And there are so many, it's not that only one yaga. In order to get this, you have to completely pure yourself. So there is also Soma Yagam, there is Agnihotram, there is so many different types so that you will be completely purified. And this yaga was performing like this every day, and so much of oblations and sacrificial and in the fire. So then the day come, and then they also offered the oblations to the Gandharvas and Kinnaras and the Devadas and all those. They were all assembled, and that's what is we do when you do the sacrifices. We do the oblations to all the gods, right? So we'll be happy. That's why Bhagavad Gita Krishna says that we are indebted to them. We have to offer our sacrifice. Then we'll be pleased. Then everything will be in harmony. Otherwise, we'll be eating verily the sin. We are taking everything our own selfishly. We have to distribute. We have to offer that whatever we have to all of these gods. And this was also happening. So then Devadas became so happy. And the Kinnaras and the Gandharvas, they were happy and understood that the purpose of this yajna, they went to Brahmadev. They went to Brahmadev and mentioned that Dasharatha is conducting this yajna. And then Brahmadev was also understood and aware of what is happening. And Brahmadev was also looking for a time. Brahmadev mentioned that, yes, I know that. So I am also meditating on that, how this very ferocious demon, Rakshasa called Ravana, because of my boon, because of I gave some boon, this Ravana became so ferocious, so brutal, and he does not have any consideration for anybody, and such a way that he got a boon. And at the time, we know that the Visravas was a sage actually. It's a very pious personality. But because of this Ravana, because he was completely opposite of, and Ravana was a demon in such a way that he was doing all the atrocities. And there were 4 children were there for Visrava. And who were they? Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishana, and Shurpanakha. Right? So Vibhishana was some extent as a devotee. But Kumbhakarna and Ravana, they wanted to have more power and power and power. Right? Who was originally this Ravana and Kumbhakarna? Anybody? Jaya and Vijaya. They were originally the servants of the Supreme Lord in Vaikuntha. So Ravana and Kumbhakarna. So this all bound to happen. That's is also known as the past times. So then Ravana and the Kumbhakarna, they went into the Himalayas and started to have a great penance for thousands of years. They were cutting their flesh and offering into the fire as a sacrifice and praying to the Brahma that Brahma, you should come and give me the boon. And cutting the flesh and standing on the one leg and nothing left on the body of Ravana, just a skeleton, and the fire started to come out. Now Brahma had to come down. It was affecting the nature, the world. So Brahma came and Kumbhakarna was also there. And they were trying to get the maximum power so that they can control this world. So this is what is certain people does. This is the material nature. That we won't stop. We need more power and the greed and all that so that we control others, so that we enjoy in such a way that this temporary material happiness. This was exactly is mentioning that that's characteristics of Ravana. This resembles with these worldly qualities that everybody is like a Ravana, behaving like a Ravana. So accumulating more and more and does anything to so that they get little power like this so that they can control everybody. So in this way, Ravana was, and then Brahmadeva appeared, and Kumbhakarna was also there. Kumbhakarna was also looking for that I need to get the position of Indra. And he was looking for that, he was doing this penance for this little position, material position, for thousands of years. And then Brahmadev came and Ravana was asking this, the boon, I need power, I need potency, and nobody should kill me. And he was actually very much inconsiderate of the human. He said, human is nothing. They cannot even come in front of me. They are so, powerless. Who is this human? So he said, Gandharva should not kill me, Deva should not kill me, anybody in this universe should not kill me. And he didn't even say mention about the human. Brahma said, so be it, because of asking that I am in front of the Ravana. Now also Kumbhakarna was also trying to get this all the power and the position of Indra and Kumbhakarna, but then Brahma thought that even if Kumbhakarna also has this great potency and the power, then nobody else can live in this world peacefully, so I should do something. So Brahmadev said to Mother Saraswati that you should intervene, you should do something. So Kumbhakarna is going to ask this Indratva, so somehow you should twist the tongue of this Kumbhakarna. Instead of asking this Indratva, you should say Nidratvam. So somehow Mother Saraswati was getting to the tongue, and Kumbhakarna was started to say Indratvam. Somehow he said Nidratvam. Brahma said, so be it. So he started to sleep. So now Kumbhakarna mentioned that okay, I need a free. At least I have to eat. Otherwise, I need some energy. So once in 6 months, then he will wake up from his nidra. So Brahmadev mentioned, so you can eat and then go back to sleep. So this is what is Kumbhakarna. So he got. Otherwise, it will become so nobody could live peacefully. So then, since they got this power, this potency, Ravana became so powerful. Ravana straight away went to the heavenly planets and defeated everybody, Indra and all the demigods. Then Ravana brought Indra to their, the Sri Lanka in the palace. Indra was in the kitchen cooking for Ravana. Agni was tied up. Everybody was, all the demigods were tied up in the palace of. Somebody was roaming. Somebody was washing the pot. Somebody was cooking for Ravana. And it is mentioned that all the rivers will fear just because of hearing the name of Ravana. Even if you go in front of the ocean will stand still because of the fear of Ravana. This was the position and the power of Ravana that time. Even Ravana tried to make a staircase to go to heaven. Okay, go to heaven. Ravana tried to make the staircase to go to the heaven. This was the power of Ravana, I can imagine. So everybody was so much, struggling with this Ravana's atrocities. Not only all these demigods, he had also enmity with all the sages and sadhus. He was trying to tie up everybody, and it was mentioned that when Lord Rama went into the forest, could see that the hills of bones and the hairs of the sage and the sadhu, the hills of it. Because of Ravana and all these Rakshasas come and killing these sadhus in the forest, in the Dandakaranya forest. And Rama was pointing out that this was all the Ravanas and all the Rakshasas. This was all the bones of sages and sadhus, hills of it. This was the atrocities these Rakshasas were doing with the help of Ravanas. Ravana was ruling everywhere. Nobody has any freedom. And then what happened? That's the time we could see that Vishwamitra came to bring Rama, and I'll come to that little later. So this way, Brahmadev was saying this one, and Brahmadev telling this to the demigods, Gandharvas and the Devadas. And Brahmadev was telling at that time, the Supreme Lord appeared before Brahmadev. That Supreme Lord, Sri Lord Krishna, in this 404, Shanga Chakra Gada Padma, in this full beautiful form, as mentioned, that Shanga Chakra Gadadhari, Dwaraka Nila Achyuta Govinda Pundari Kacha Shanga Chakra Gadadhari. Dwaraka Nila Achyuta Govinda Pundari Kacha Rakshamam Sharanagadi. This was the Mother Draupadi was praying. When the Mother Draupadi was in the arena of in the palace of Duryodhana, praying to the Lord, Shanga Chakra Gadadhari. Similarly, that Supreme Lord, Sashanga Chakram, Sagrida Kundalam, Subhida Vastram, the beautiful form of that Pida Vastra, and it was Valmiki Ram, it was mentioned that the exact, that the nature, the form of the Lord. And Lord appeared before them. And Lord mentioned that Brahmadeva and all the Devadas mentioned, oh Madhusudana. And they were addressing to the Lord, oh Madhusudana. And we are fed up with this demon, this Rakshasa, this Ravana. And then they were addressing to the Lord and offering the prayers to the Lord. You are the only one can save. We are incapable. And then Lord said, yes, I know your boon, that the boon you gave this person. But Brahmadev mentioned that yes, he was considering the humans are very insignificant, less capable, so that, even Brahmadev mentioned that to the Devadas, they were happy that at least some kind of loophole is there. Similarly, we know that Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu was also seeking the boons from the Brahma. He thought that, okay, the man or, human cannot kill me, or Devadas, or not in the air, not in the water, not in the day, not in the night, not with the weapon, and not with the fire, not with anything, that with the water, nothing. So he was thinking that, okay, nobody could kill me, but Lord has a plan. So similarly, Lord has a plan. Everything goes as per the will of the Lord. So Lord has a plan. So the human. So Brahmadev mentioned that you should appear as a human on this planet Earth. You should appear. And then Lord asked, where should I appear? Where should I appear? So then Brahmadev said that you should appear in the palace, in the kingdom of Kosala, as a son of Dasharatha. So this is the time Srisanga was doing these wonderful sacrifices. It was going on, and the Purnahudi that about to begin. And this is the time. Then there was a very beautiful, glorious with golden color and golden form. There is a great personality manifested from the fire. Came up with, in the two hands he was holding a golden pot. In that golden pot, and which came out in the Purnahudi and then offered to the Dasharath. Dasharath was so happy to see this and the perfection of this sacrifice. So the sacrifice was done very perfectly, and it was fructified. And then this payasa, this kheer came out and gave to Dasharatha. Dasharatha then in the private chamber and gave to the one half of it, and gave it to the Kausalya, and then also 1/3 gave it to the Kaigeyi. And then Kausalya and Kaigeyi also gave their half to the Sumitra. So this way, Kaigeyi and Kausalya and then Sumitra got 2 portions of it. That's why Sumitra had 2 sons of, who are they? Lakshmana and Shatrughna from the Sumitra Atmaja. Then as soon as Kausalya got first, and then Lord Ram, the Supreme Lord, appeared, and Lord said to before that, I would appear, my quadruple expansion will appear. What is that quadruple expansion? What is the quadruple expansions of Lord? Vasudev, Sangarshan, Pradyumna, and This is the quadruple expansion. So that quadruple expansion, the Vasudev is appeared as Lord Ram, the Supreme Lord. And then Sangarshan is appeared as Lakshman. And then Bharat and Shatrughna appeared as Pradyumna and Aniruddha. So this is the expansion, this is the expansions of the Lord and appeared on this planet. This is not just a myth or a story like that. This originally happened, dear devotees. So don't think that this is something somebody came up with. No, we have great significance and the transcendental, potencies, and this all happened. It's in the history of India. We know that. We had a Ramaraj, and everywhere Lord Ram is known. Why it is just a story like that? No. Very places, if you go in Ayodhya, you can see that where the Lord Ram appeared. And if you go to Ayodhya, if you know the Archaeological Survey of India, when they started to see that, whether it is all truth or not, they dig down, they, excavated, they went down half a kilometer down the earth. They found out that all the columns, all the palaces, all the places, all the pillars, and all the places, and it was actually originally, constructed by the directions of Manu. And who was constructed all this? It was constructed by the Devadas. And this was originally when the Devadas could come, even Dasharatha could go to the heavenly planet. When in the Treta Yuga, Dasharatha could directly go to heavenly planet and fight for the Devadas. This was Dasharatha, this was the time, because of purity is the force. If you are pure, if you are purity, and then that you can, everything is possible. And this is on the transcendental, the spiritual plane like this. So then Lord Ram, then time came and there is a sign of the Lord's appearance and Mother Kausalya then carrying the Lord, the Supreme Lord Vishnu in the womb. So it's explained that in the scriptures that Mother Kausalya started to have this effulgences and so brightened, the face was glowing and everybody was jubilant and happy. All the places, all the Ayodhya were so jubilant in such a way that because of Lord is appearing and in the womb of Mother Kausalya. And then time came and then, everybody was jubilant. And then, of course, Mother Kausalya gave the birth to Lord Ram. And then, of course, then Kaikeyi gave birth to who? Bharat. And then Sumitra gave birth to Lakshman and Shatrugna. And since childhood, we could see that when Lord Ram appeared, Lord Ram manifested, and Lakshman was so attached to Lord Ram than anybody else. Strictly following everywhere, every time, every moment, are ready to serve. And anything that Lord Ram wanted, Lakshman would immediately offer and immediately perform that. Anything that Lord Ram. And understood that this is the eternal relationship. Of course, the Lord is Sevaka Bhagavan, the Balaram, right? Lord is Balaram. In immediate expansion of Krishna is Balaram. Balaram is Sevaka Bhagavan and Lord is the Savior Bhagavan. Savior Bhagavan means one who receives the service and one who performs service. This is the relationship between the devotee and the Lord. So it's an eternal relationship. Lord is the Savior. Lord is there to receive the service. It's not that Lord wanted some service. Because of Lord mercy, the love for the devotee, because of the devotee is completely in line with the Supreme Lord. And the devotee is ready to serve and Lord wanted to receive because of this is called relationship. And if you are not serving, and what is the point of relationship? What is the meaning of relationship? And in order to serve, somebody must be there. So this is called the expression of love. This is called devotion. That's why Bhakti known as loving devotion. And suppose that you have everything. You have all this world, but you don't have anything to serve for anybody. So you also get happiness by serving. You also get happiness by receiving that service. In both ways, what is ultimately is happening with the service. This is the eternal relation. This is the truth. This is the principal truth of this world. That this is called in love. This is called prema. This is called madhurya. This is called everything. Because of that itself gives that the complete the full spectrum of this eternal relationship. One is Savior Bhagavan, another is Sevaka Bhagavan. One is to receive service and to give service. And it's not that one is just receiving the service. Both of them are having this immense joy and the bliss just by serving each other. It is the serving each other. Like just for an example, Radha and Krishna. What is this all about? And Radharani experiences more bliss than Krishna. That's why Krishna is descended as come down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What to see that why this Radharani is experiencing more bliss than me? What is there in this love? This is called love. That one is there to serve, another is to receive, and it's a reciprocation of the service and the love each other. And this is the ultimate truth of this world. That's why Radha and Krishna reciprocate. Krishna and Balaram, signifies. One is there to serve. This is a bhakti. This is a devotion. So this way, Lakshman was serving Lord Ram in such a way that everywhere. And then, they were growing up so nicely and everybody was so attached to Lord Ram and Lakshman and Bharat and Shatrugna. And especially Lord Ram. Lord Ram get up in the morning, go and touch. Lord Ram get up in the morning and touch the feet of Dasharatha and then pay the obeisances and pray and for their go and touch the Mother Kausalya. Not only Mother Kausalya, go and touch Mother Kaikeyi's feet, Sumitra's feet. All the elders, go to the cows, feed them and serve them. And all the prajas, all the inhabitants, they go there and serve everybody so lovingly. And who does this one? And this is the Lord's nature, dear devotees. This is the Lord's nature. This is the way every day. And he is involved in everybody's activity, each and every person's in the in the province. Each and everybody is so attached to Lord Ram like this. Everybody is so attached. Even Kaiyeyi was so attached to Ram than his own son Bharat. Not even a moment that Kaiyeyi couldn't separate from Lord Ram. Every moment Kaiyeyi was serving Lord Ram like this. Not even Kausalya. Kausalya get at the night, at the end of the night, that that otherwise everywhere Ram is not there. Everybody else hands. So like this, Lord Ram was then at the age of 12. By the time Dasharath is arranged all the archeries and all the educations, and then all the Astra Shastra Vidya, and they became so powerful. This is the time Vishwamitra came to Dasharatha Rajdhani. Vishwamitra came with the mendicant dress, and at the time, at the entrance, Dasharatha stopped. Sorry, the Vishwamitra stopped. Vishwamitra then became so angry and mentioned that who are you? The God stopped him. And they didn't know who was this Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra came and told, this is, that, just tell to Dasharath that I came to the door. And then as soon as Dasharatha heard the name of Vishwamitra, he ran to the entrance and received Vishwamitra and brought back and started to serve and started to, serve the Vishwamitra in such a way that washed the lotus feet and served and nice, foods and all the necessities of, the service like this. And Dasharatha requested, please tell me what can I do for you. I will do whatever you say. Whatever you say, I will do for you. And please tell me that how can I serve you. So, but Dasharatha was not knowing that what Vishwamitra is going to ask. So Vishwamitra then asked, I don't need anything else. I need your sons. I need your sons. So that's all I need. So as soon as Dasharatha heard that I need your son, Dasharatha became unconscious because he was so attached to his sons, especially Lord Ram. Vishwamitra said, I need Lord Ram and Lakshman to come with me for a purpose in my forest. So then Vishwamitra said, in the forest, I cannot perform any sacrifices. As soon as I do these sacrifices, the Rakshasas comes and they put this, blood and the mucus and the bile and all this, everything, and they completely urinate and contaminate the sacrificial arena. And then only Lord Ram and Lakshman can protect from these Rakshasas. As soon as Lord Dasharatha heard the name of Tadaka. Tadaka was a ferocious demoness in the forest. Demoness Tadaka would never leave anybody that comes into the forest. And somehow with the power of the spiritual power, the potency of the sages, they were surviving there. Otherwise, they would even kill immediately. So, but they come and put all this and contaminate the sacrificial arena. But they understood that only Lord Ram, Vishwamitra understood who is Lord Ram. They came and requested to Dasharatha, please send me the Lord Ram and Lakshman with me, and this is the benefit of all the universes. Dasharatha came back to this consciousness. Dasharatha said, I can come, O sage. Oh sire, I can come with you. My entire army can come with you. How can I send my little children like Ram and Lakshman? They are just but into the youth. And they are just 12 years old. How can they fight with this ferocious demoness Tadaka? How can they fight with this demon, this cold, this Bahu and Maricha? And then Dasharatha was so much hesitating. And Vishwamitra became a little bit angry. Said that, I don't need anything from you. I just need the Ram and the Lakshman. And if you are not sending them with me, then do you know what I am going to do? Then Dasharatha became so afraid. Dasharatha then unhesitatingly and giving this, okay, I'll send. Then Vasishtha also intervened. Vasishtha said, do not worry, Dasharatha, you don't know the potency and the power of Lord Rama and Lakshman. Just send them with Vishwamitra. Everything will be rest assured and do not worry. So then Dasharatha was hesitatingly then sent Lord Ram and Lakshman along with the Vishwamitra. And they were all the mothers, Kaiyeyi, Kausalya, Sumitra, all the Prajas, and they all came and seeing these two little children, this Lord Rama and Lakshman going with Vishwamitra in the forest. It was a beautiful section explaining. And then after their sight, then Vishwamitra started to explain beautiful, wonderful, started the dynasty of this Ikshvaku, dynasty of this Raghu to, Lord Rama and Lakshmana. That's the time Vishwamitra is explaining about how the mother Ganges appeared in this world. And the dynasty of Sagaras and how the Bhagirath, the Dilip and the Bhagirath, how they all, how the, brought the Ganges brought down into this world. And this was all the explanation was given to, Lord Ram and Lakshmana while walking into the forest. And of course, you know that how Mother Ganges appeared on this planet, right? How many of you know Mother Ganges, how it has appeared? Yes, Bhagirath and Bhagirathi, yes. So Vishwamitra was explaining these beautiful pastimes of, that the Sagaras were cursed by the Kapila. Kapila Dev and Sagara, they became ashes in the subterranean planets. And then, of course, the Amshuman, this is the dynasty Amshuman and Dilip and then Bhagirath. And then they were all trying to get them liberate because they were cursed and they became ashes in the subterranean planets because they tried to steal. And this cow, and they just put it on the, in the hermitage of the Kashyapa. Kapila, the hermitage of the sage Kapila. And then when they were searching for this Yagashwa, not the Yagabsha, Ashwa, these horses, and then they thought that this was stole by the Kapila Dev, but actually this was, then the Sagaras. And then they cursed Sagaras and they became ashes, and then there is no way that they should get the liberation. So why it is mentioned there, Vishwamitra has mentioned that because of it is our duty to liberate our ancestors from this, wherever they are. Otherwise, we are not as a descendant or the dependents of these ancestors. It is our duty, it's our obligation that to liberate from any hellish conditions. So then Amshuman and then Dilip, and they were all trying to liberate them, but they couldn't do it. So that's where the sons of Dilip, that's when then Bhagirath then tried like this and severe, that's why called Bhagirath Yaknya, Bhagirath Prayakna, right? This word came out. Then Vishwamitra was telling all this, and Bhagirath was in such a penance in such a way that finally the mother Ganges appeared before Bhagirath. And actually, Mother Ganges originally is residing in the Vaikuntha planets known as Devakulya. Original name of Mother Ganges is Devakulya. What is the service of? This is the significance of dear devotees, that every living entity in this world, some point of time, they were originally there in service of the Lord. See, we are not just a flesh and things like that. We are spiritual entities. We have original existence. Our eternal relationship with the Lord is there. It's not just a myth of things. We are spiritual entities, we have spiritual existence. So similarly, everybody has their spiritual body. So here, Mother Ganges was serving the lordships and washing the lotus feet of the Lord. That was the service of Devakulya in the Vaikuntha planets. And then finally, Bhagirath could bring down. And then Mother Ganges appeared before Bhagirath and then put two conditions. Mother Ganges and told, and this is from the Srimad Bhagavad, it is mentioned Srimad Bhagavatam and mentioned that. So, Mother Ganges put two conditions and says that somebody has to hold me. Otherwise, if I come directly into this world, it will destroy this world. Somebody has to hold me. And then, when I come down, I am going to all these sinful people come and I am accumulating all the sins of everybody in this world. And how can I rescue? I don't want to be troubled. I don't want to be here in this world for all the time. Because of I am accumulating all the sins, and this is true. Because of the water can contain the potency, and we know that the Kumbh Mela is manifested. Why so much people are attracted to this Kumbh Mela? Because of all these holy men, holy people are coming, and there all the potencies are there in the water. If somebody goes there, they can eradicate all their sinful reactions. And this is not just a water. This water is contained with all the punya of all these people. We know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the Ganges and he just, dipped in the water and he invested some potency and told that later my devotee will come and then you pass this potency to that devotee. Who was that? Anybody knows? Narottam Das Thakur. Now, Narottam Das Thakur came and later there and received that potency of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Ganges this holy river can contain and carry these potencies. Not only that, that's why holy rivers are so important. One who go and touch this water, that one can purify. That Ganges is purifying. Everything can be purified by the Mother Ganges, the Ganges water like this. Then Mother Ganges said that how can I come like this? I'll be so contaminated. So Bhagirath said, when the pure devotees of the Lord, when the Lord comes, the pure devotees of the Lord come and take bath, they would invest their all punya, then all the contamination will be eradicated. So then Mother Ganges agreed that as long as these devotees are there on the earth, I'll be there. As long as the devotees are not there, I will go back so that we can see it. So this is all the fact like this. So this is the way Mother Ganges come down, and Vishwamitra was saying all this. Then as soon as they entered into the Gandakaranya forest in the boundary, and Lord Ram had a very powerful bow, and he just extended that the string, and it's created a big sound. So as soon as they entered into the Gandakaranya forest, this Tadaga, they were so ferocious in such a way that they were supporting Ravana and killing all these who were passing through and all these people there in the forest, and everybody was so fearful to even go through that path. As soon as heard the sound that this somebody is there, Tadaga just charged and came to the Lord Ram, and seeing this and laughing at that, oh, this too beautiful and very young flesh, that my feast is so good today. So I'll be having wonderful feast today and looking at this. And then Tadaga was then, so you can see that the form of Tadaga was like a huge mountain. It mentioned that Tada had strength of 1,000 elephant. That is strength of Tadaga like this. So then Tadaga then without much time about to charge to kill Lord Ram and Lakshman. Then Lord Ram put an astra arrow in the bow, but then hesitating to kill because of the reason. Anybody knows the reason? Because of she is a woman, lady. So it is the duty, it's a dharma that one should not simply kill a woman and it's incurs sin. So then Vishwamitra said, there is nothing to worry, do not hesitate. And then Vishwamitra then handed over a beautiful mantra called Bala and Adibala. It is called a missile mantra, it's a missile. So in modern age, we see that so many missiles, right? That what is that? The Scud missile, the Patriot, like that. So these are the type of missile, the mantra, which that has a potency that it can, burn everything. So Vishwamitra gave this mantra to Lord Rama and Lakshman, and this is another way of that. Then Vishwamitra is passing all the potency to Rama and Lakshman like this. And then the Lord Ram has this potency of Bala and Adibala. And then Lord Ram shoot an arrow. It pierced the heart of Tadaga, and Tadaga just fall down like this. Then as soon as they heard that the cry of Tadaga and fall down on the flat on the floor, and there are two sons of Tadaga. Anybody knows who are they? Marij and Subahu. Marij and Subahu. So they started to shoot an arrow, fight with the Lord Rama and Lakshman, and Vishwamitra told and mentioned that do not wait for. And the next shoot of an arrow, Lord Ram shot and Lord Lakshman shooted. That was pierced on the heart of Subahu. Subahu also fall down and with dead. And next one was Ram. Ram was shooting an arrow to Marij. You know what happened to Marij? Marij from 1,000 yojanas. After 1,000 yojanas, this arrows, the power of arrow took that Marij and fall down somewhere. I heard this one as actually the Mauritius is the name of Marija. The Mauritius, the word name, the country, which was further down, and then Marij was not coming out even from that place. Later, when Lord Ravana wanted to have Marij, Ravana went to that place. Marij was so now devoted and saying very afraid of that Lord Ram. And as soon as Ravana said the Ram's name, Marij was so afraid. How can you do this one? I don't want to do this. I don't want to be killed by Ram. And then finally Ravana was threatening to Marij. Then finally agreed, even best, instead of killing in the hands of Ravana, best to kill by Ram so that I get at least some, mercy. So this was then what happens as soon as Vishwamitra took them, and then the sacrifice wanted to start. Vishwamitra was performing the sacrifice, but the sacrifice was not able to finish at all. All these demons and demonics comes and then, destroying it. But now Lakshmana and Ram was surrounding and guarded this, this sacrificial arena. Now all the Rakshasas come one by one, and Lord Ram was shooting and these arrows one by one like this. And then what happened? So then finally then what happened? None of this, all the Rakshasas will killed, and then Vishwamitra could perform and complete this fire sacrifice, this yajna. And this was the aim, the goal of Vishwamitra to bring. And then Vishwamitra could understand this. Then the sacrifice was completed and finished. Then what happened? Then further they were going in the forest. They came to a place where, and Vishwamitra pointed out a big stone. Anybody knows that? What was that big stone? Ahalya. You know the story of Ahalya? The Ahalya was actually the daughter of Brahma. Actually, Brahma created Ahalya. It's so beautiful. Extremely beautiful. And then Indra was actually eye on Ahalya because of the beauty of Ahalya. Then somehow they arranged a Swayamvara, and in that Swayamvara, the condition was whoever goes around the universe first and come, they will get the Ahalya. So everybody invited in this Swayamvara on the Ahalya. So all the sages, rishis, everybody was there, and sage Gautam was there as well, Gautam Rishi. Gautam Rishi was very knowledgeable and the sage. Then instead, as soon as heard this condition, what happened? Gautam Rishi just went around 3 times around the mother cow. And then what happened? Mother cow is actually, all the universes are exist in the body of a cow. Then mentioned that yes, the first I did. So then Brahmadev arranged the marriage of Ahalya and Gautama Rishi. So but Indra was after this Ahalya in all the time. So then Indra tricked the Ahalya one day, and then during the night around 2 a.m. there was Indra became a rooster and made this sound, and then Gautama thought that the morning appeared. He went into the river. That's time Indra came, and then Gautama Muni came back and understood all this what has happened. Then Gautama Muni cursed Ahalya, and then what happened? Since then, it's thousands of years then, and then he was requested, Mother Ahalya requested that this is without my knowledge, this was Indra's trick. So then Gautama Muni then already cursed and said that yes, the Supreme Lord will come and then liberate you. So Ahalya was waiting for this moment, and Vishwamitra was pointing this. And then Vishwamitra told to Lord Ram, you just touch your feet, that's all you need to do. As soon as Lord Ram touched his lotus feet on this stone, the beautiful Ahalya came out, and Lord Ram blessed Ahalya, and Ahalya went back to Vaikuntha because of the touch of it. We know that when Lord Ram, after that, when passing the Ganges, when the boatman came, right, the boatman came, and boatman wanted to touch the lotus feet of Lord Ram. Made a trick like this, and told to Lord Ram that, no, you cannot get into the boat, because of as soon as you touch your feet, then this boat will become something else. Then how will I have, this is my livelihood. I cannot use this boat anymore if you touch this boat. So you need to give me a mercy. So let me see that your lotus feet, I can touch the lotus feet and see that nothing would happen. So actually this boatman wanted to touch the lotus so that get the mercy of the Lord like this. And the Lord understood. So then Lord was showering the mercy to this boatman like this and touched like this. So this way, then we know that then further Lord Ram went into the Janaka, this Janaki and Ayodhya, and the Mithila, and then Vaidehi and all these wonderful pastimes. And then after that, we know that they came back and then they went to the forest, and then Mother Janaki, Sita was abducted by this Ravana. And Ravana is the representation of all anarthas. Okay, Ravana is the representation of all our anarthas. Okay, we are of some extent Ravana. How many of our Ravanas are there? Everybody is Ravana. All anarthas are there. So we are all there. And how many are Kumbhakarnas are here? In 1 hour we have become going to Kumbhakarna. Yes, we are Kumbhakarnas. We are Ravanas. But how many of us Vibhishnas are here? Some extent we are trying to become Vishnas like this, go to the feet of the Lord. So like this, the beautiful pastimes of the Lord. So then we understood that all these wonderful narrations, and it's mentioned that Lord Ram then brought back after killing and all this. We know that the beautiful pastimes of Hanumanji, how Hanumanji is serving, and then how beautiful the Lord Ram went into that. And this was that one, right? And building the bridge between the ocean, the Indian Ocean. So Lord was waiting for that to give away Samudra. They came to the Arabian Sea on the shore of, and waiting that this Sagara, this Varuna Dev appeared before, so that some arrangements makes that so that they all can pass and the ocean and go to the Lanka. So then they were waiting, and Lord was also meditating and doing the fasting on that 3 days. Nothing is happening. Lord became so angry. Lord became so angry in such a way that immediately Varunadev understood that something is going to happen. Lord took his bow and shoot. They are about to shoot the arrow. Then Varunadev appeared before Lord Ram and started with the folded hands. Said that, oh, we are in this material universe. We are bound by these modes of material nature. Sometimes we are so attached, we are forgetful. Oh Lord, you are not like that. You are beyond this material modes of material nature, or this, this Triguna, you are Trigunadida. Please forgive us. Please pardon us, our forgiveness, because we are so attached to this material world, so we forget sometimes. So this is our condition, dear devotees. And this is exactly what Varunadev was saying. So then Varunadev mentioned that, yes, don't worry, you can create a bridge on top of me. You don't need to be, and everything will be floated on this like in Kumbh Mela, everything was floating, right? All the bridge, right? There is so many 60 plus bridges where it's all floating in the one end to another end in the Ganges. It's all floating like this. So this way, the Lord Ram arranged, and then all this, everybody bringing all the stones and rocks everywhere. And there was a little squirrel was also, like Hanumanji was bringing so big like mountains like of these stones. Everybody was so much hard labor they were putting together. There was a little squirrel was there. So everybody was wanted to serve. So this is the core principle of this devotion, that to serve the Supreme Lord. That's it. So then this little squirrel was coming and then trying to put, and then all on a sudden, like this Hanumanji is very big, Sugriva, Bali, Angada, Nala, Neela, everybody was there. Everybody was doing that such a way that bringing and making this bridge like this. So little squirrel was coming and then go to the water and come to the shore and just roll around, and so get that the body gets a lot of this sand stuck it, and then come back to the bridge and shake it, and this way is doing it. So Hanumanji was very much upset with it. Get away from here. I'm walking. You don't see it. Get away from here. So then shouting at this little squirrel and laughing at him, what are you doing here? We are doing such wonderful services like this, and we are serving the Lord Ram. You are here and disturbing us. So then Lord Ram saw this. Lord Ram saw this and then told to Hanumanji, yes, this is a little squirrel and wanted to serve in this endeavor. And you are not shouting, but equal as whatever you are doing this service for me, and that little squirrel is doing is also as equal as that what you do, because what is the capacity squirrel has, that's it doing it. This is also another significance that we can learn, that whatever the capacity we are serving the Lord will definitely notice that. Lord will definitely notice that, no doubt into that. Every little service we do, Lord will never forget it. Lord will always see this. So then Lord took that squirrel in the hand. Lord took that squirrel in the hand, just ran over the squirrel's body like this with a finger. And since then the squirrel has 3 lines on the back. So this was the way that squirrel got these 3 lines on the back of squirrel. And like that, similarly, there are so many incidents happens like this. And then they were putting the stone, initially it was floating, it was just, dipping down in the going down, sinking down like that. Then Varunadev said, don't need to worry, just put the Lord Ram's name on it, on each rock. So they are putting on each rock, they put Ram. As soon as they put the Lord's name, Ram, in it, it was floating in the water, floating on the water. So later we know that Ravana also tried it. I have such a power. I will show that Lord Ram could make this bridge, and I could also do it. Lord Ravan came also in the same way. Lord Ravan came and then started to put this, the the bricks in the water, rocks in the water, and then it was not doing it, and it was just sinking down in the water. So Ravan also tried this, and to show that I am Hasache. So this all shows that who is Lord Ram. Then we know that, all this then is happened, and then finally, all this wonderful, Yuddha Kand, that's the Yuddha Kand of, Ramayana. And the Lord came back. And this time, Bharat, what was Bharat doing? Right? It's a very exemplary. So this is Ramayana. Ramayana is so wonderful. Bharat was doing what? And on the Nandigram, on the border of this, the forest and this Kosala, and then in the village, the Bharat was just lying on the kusha grass and wearing what? Just the bark of the tree, nothing else. And what? Just barley food, and all these 14 years. And just worshipping the shoes of Lord Ram. And then we know that all this wonderful, and Lord Ram came. The Bharat was holding the shoes on his head and bringing in front of Lord Ram. And everybody was embraced. They were sharing, embracing each other, touching the feet of, and all those. And then how Lord Ram is treating everyone. And it's mentioned that Lord Ram ruled the kingdom for almost 11,000 years. So as soon as Lord coronated, Lord decided that to share everything to everybody. He divided his kingdom, entire kingdom, into four parts. 4 parts, east, west, south, west, and he gave everything to the Brahmanas. Lord Ram took only just his dress, that's all. Nothing else. He has only his dress, everything else is shared to the Brahmanas and the devotees of the Lord. And then seeing this, all the Brahmanas became so happy and said, oh, Lord Ram, we are Brahmanas, we are saintly, we don't need anything of this Raj, we cannot. We are giving back to you. So that's why Lord Ram started to rule the kingdom. And what happens? Then we know that Mother Sita also went back to Mother Earth. Since then, every day, Lord Ram was doing this homa, this called this kind of, there is a homa named, I forgot, and doing this every day without fail, uninterrupted, for this 11,000 years. And sleeping in such a way that he became a celibate since then. And he was ideal king, an ideal personality. And this was, we all can, all the time, we all can, completely depend on the Lord Ram. That's the name itself is so potent and powerful. And then see that Mother Sita, is that each character in the Ramayana. Mother Sita didn't take anything when she went into the forest. All she had was one nose ring, that's it. Lord Ram, just his dress, that's all. Even though they are the emperors, everything is there, they don't possess anything like this and distribute to everyone, so that everybody else will be live happily in such a way. So devotees, Lord Ram's pastimes in just remembering the Lord Ram itself is so purifying. So today I took this time, and especially, so it's so nice to be within the pastimes of the Lord, the Katha of the Lord. And then and this we are welcoming on the 6th is the Ramanavami. We are welcoming the Lord, and then please have this in the consciousness of this, the Lord Ram in the heart. Lord is always reciprocating, as I mentioned that. The Lord Ram was departing, we were about to leave, and then time came. So Lord Ram requested and mentioned all the the people in the Ayodhya, in the Kosala, come with me, come. Because of each and every one of them, some way or other, did some service, something to Lord Ram. Remember the Lord Ram, maybe offered some flowers, anything that which even did once in your lifetime for the Lord Ram, Lord will never forget that. Never forget that. So what happens? At the time of each one of them, Lord will remember them. So I mentioned that the story of Ramanujacharya, right? How many of you heard that? Ramanujacharya was his doubt. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Ramanujacharya heard that, okay, Antakalecha Mameva Smaran Mukta Kaleviram, Sa Prayadis the Madbhavam Nayadi Atra Samsheha. Whoever remembers me at the time of death, definitely they will come to me. So Ramanuja had this doubt in this, in his heart. But what about the devotees? They're always in the service of the Lord, always there. And what happens to devotees at the time of death? So then he came to Varadaraja Perumal in the temple of Kanchi, and then told to this Kanchi Purna, who was serving the Tirukottiur, the Tirukottiur Nambigal, was serving the Lord. His service is to find the Lord, and eventually what happened? This Tirukottiur Nambigal and Lord became so friends. They were talking each other every day. Every day they are talking each other. Lord will ask, what is happening this one? What happened? This Nambigal says that, okay, today this person daughter got married and they went away and they are coming back on this third day, and this was happening. This person went here and there. Lord wanted to hear everything. It's nice discussion time, with the Lord and his devotee. And this was going on. Everybody came to know that Nambigal is speaking to the Lord every day. So dear devotees, this is the fact. Okay, don't think that they're just saying something. This is a fact. And if you go to every temple, you can see that. And if you go to Sri Rangam, Ramanujaryas, that body, the same body is still preserved there thousands of years, still there in the Rama, in the Sri Rangam. So like this, Ramanujacharya came and mentioned that I have a doubt, and tell the check with the Lord that what is. So then this Nambigal went to the Lord, and Lord immediately told to Nambigal that yes, there are 6 questions, 6 doubt Ramanujaja had that. So I'm just shortening it up. So Nambigal came back and told yes, everybody else may have to remember, but for the devotees, do not worry. At the time of I would remember them. I would remember them. Do not worry. So this is the Lord's. Lord will always remember his devotees. So we can say lot of things like that. That Lord is always looking at us. Lord is always looking at us. Even a small things that we do, the devotees, Lord will be. This is the eternal. This is the spiritual. Everything is absolute, and in that sense, okay. So Lord is so merciful. Lord Ram is so merciful, and he's known as Maryada Purushottam. Maryada, ideal. Maryada Purushottam, Lord. So it is our great fortune. It's our great fortune. Somewhere or other, we hear these pastimes, these glories. Somewhere or other, we engage in the service of the Lord. Somewhere or other, we get the opportunity to do something for the Lord. Lord will always remember. So this is our great fortune. So thank you so much, the devotees, for being there and doing this wonderful service, Ram Navami. Somewhere or other, get into the service, and service is the most. And even if you do little service, and this is the perfection, and unless and until we get the service opportunity or don't get the service is the mercy of the Lord, no matter what. If you are able to do the service to the Lordships, that is our perfection of the life. So this way, we can all attain that Supreme Lord. And that's the purpose of our existence and life. Coming here for this opportunity to remember the glorifier, remember, chant, and being Krishna conscious, being the Lord conscious, Ram conscious, like this. In the Brahma Samhita says that Ramadhi Murti Shikala Diyamena Tishtam Nanavadara Magrud Bhuvaneshu Kindu Krishna Swayam Sambhavat Parama Pumanyo Govinda Madhi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Lord Ram is the Lord, Supreme Lord himself. Lord Brahma says, Bhagavatam, Sukadev Goswami says so beautifully, gloriously in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vatmigi, Adhyatma Ramayanam, Tulasidhar, Ramacharita Manasa. Vyasadeva even compiled Ramayana. You know that? Anybody knows? Vyasadeva compiled the Ramayana. Which one is that? Adhyatma Ramayana. Adhyatma Ramayana even Vyasadeva compiled. Ramacharita Manasa, Tulasidas in Hindi, it became so wonderful and popular. Just because of that, the beautiful pastimes of the Lord. Lord is there to sacrifice and show that how one can become the dear devotees of the Lord. So this way, dear devotees, let's welcome the Lord's appearance on the 6th. And everybody can be engaged somewhere or other. This way, you all can become the Rama conscious, Krishna conscious. Sri Ram, Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sri Ram Lakshmana Hanuman ji ki jai. Guru Premanande Hari Hari. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.